Taran Armstrong, it's good to catch up, man, on this side. And I like to sit here and think always knew this day would come. And you always knew this day would come because this is what you worked for. But
Yep.
being here, I know it's Summer League, but this whole experience you've had for the Golden State Warriors, how is it? Can you even conceptualize it?
Uh, it's been really, really fun. Yeah, it's hard to describe. Um, and even the amount of time I've been here, just how my perceptions change. You come in and everything's just, your eyes are really wide, and then, okay, you actually get into the work and, the daily grind of what it looks like. And it's been, such a great experience, and, I'm super happy.
This week of Summer League in particular, like we're seeing you on the floor and you're showing exactly what NBL fans saw very quickly. It was like, okay, yeah, this is an NBA level talent. The composure, the passing, the IQ. Summer League's different though. Summer League's different to playing in the NBA regular season to playing in the G League. How do you adapt with a Summer League experience?
Yeah, it's actually pretty tough. Even just from like a personal standpoint, like the way you want to go about it. Um, like you got to understand like what is the job you're actually trying to fill. So it's like a lot of these guys. I think Alex Caruso said something similar about guys like trying out for the wrong positions, and like this is one of them things where it's like, okay, like do these teams really want to see you jack up 25 shots and just get numbers, like score heaps of points? I mean, in my position, probably not. Like I got to realize, okay, I have Stephen Curry and Jimmy Butler on my team. What can I contribute to that? So obviously my playmaking is a big one. Rebounding, defense, I think I've improved a lot. So there's a lot of other elements to the game that I'm trying to nail down on and execute really well to, find a home and find a role, in the team.
And you seem to be doing that, and the responsibility to be thrown the full duties here at Summer League, but even last year and what's coming up this season. What's been, I guess, that feedback, the initial feedback from all the coaching staff and talking to Steve Kerr and everybody about what they want to see from you this year?
Yeah. I mean, we've had like small conversations. A lot of it is just, more reps of actually seeing me play basketball. I know they really like guys that can shoot, dribble, and pass, and I think I can do all three of those things. So, as I just play the game and play the way they want to play, which is also like a good relationship because I see the game in a similar way. Just keep doing things the best way I can, and I think I'll find a good spot.
How's the last 12 months been in particular from what your time in the NBL and how that prepared you to how quickly it all came about to arriving in Golden State? And as you said, a couple of those names, like they're some of the greatest players we've ever seen play basketball.
Yeah, NBL was great preparation. There's nothing like, especially as like a young point guard, having to shoulder a lot of responsibility when jobs are on the line. Like the NBL, like it's a really tough league. There's a lot at stake, and all those experiences can only prepare you for going forward. And now it's like even going from captain of a team. Okay, now it's like, all right, now I'm down the bottom, and I've got to craft and find a way for myself. So I feel super happy with the experience I got from the NBL, and I think I'm definitely prepared to continue going forward.
Knowing that and understanding when you get there, and I love that you talk about how you go back down to the bottom of the rung and have to work and grind it all. But you get to learn the day-to-day, what it takes to be great from a guy like Steph Curry. Rewinding back to when you decided to leave college, could you have envisioned in so quickly, like, this is now who I'm getting, this is like a mentor to me, this is insane?
Yeah, not really. It's still obviously one of the craziest things that's ever happened to me, like just being in the room with him, but then like you actually talk to him and realize he's actually just a human, like he's a normal dude, and he's like so genuine. Like you really don't know what to expect, but all the image he's got across the league, across the world is like actually he completely lives up to that, probably more so. Like he gives absolutely everyone the time of day. Really took his time, introduced himself to me. It's like, wait, what's going on? Like, it doesn't matter, it's all good. But no, he's as advertised, probably better in terms of how skilled he is than what you think. And yeah, he's a really good dude.
Have you had a moment at all since leaving the Type Ends, or even leaving college, as I said, because that was the decision you were toying with about potentially transferring higher, doing all of that, to soak it in? Or are you so locked in on getting to that next part where you don't have time to sit back and reflect too much?
Yeah, I think I'm always, trying to achieve more, and that's, one thing that I've kind of been like my whole career is I always want more and what's next and continually pushing. But I've had a couple of moments where I've just been really thankful to be like in the rooms that I've been in. We're having players only meetings, going into a game 7. It's like, okay, like this feels like a room I should want to be in. I'm getting charted, playing like things like that. It's like, okay, like I'm sitting next to Steph. Like it's just okay. At least no matter like what's going on in terms of my actual situation right now, I'm actually in the rooms I'm supposed to be in, and I think that's a really comforting thought, and I'm really grateful for that too.
Was there anyone in particular that helped prepare you for getting into the NBA and what it was going to be like? And furthermore, in the last maybe 12 months, who you've reached out to say, hey, maybe some advice here, or how can I lean on you here?
Honestly, not really. I mean, I know a couple guys in the NBA, but everyone's situation is unique, and I was sort of just thrown into the G League straight away, and was able to learn and adapt to that play style, pretty quickly. And it is like the games are completely different, but I think I've just played so much basketball, and I have a good understanding of what's going on, so I was able to figure it out.
It's fascinating because the real basketball fans understand it, but unless you've actually played it, you probably don't really quite understand how to describe to people. But coming from the NBL, or even college to the NBL, to G League to Summer League, that is 4 very different styles of basketball, and it can be hard to adapt to, but you found a way to do it.
Yeah, for sure. They're all absolutely different. The G League is its own beast. Obviously, guys always trying to fight for positions, and then but that's also, it's really up and down. I feel like the G League is like 80% transition. I feel like I'm just throwing the ball all the time, and guys are making plays, getting on the rim, and it's a fun basketball to play. NBL is super. You kind of know who's going to shoot it. The G League is like, okay, like some guy can just shoot a step back in your face. It's like, okay, like you can shoot that. All right, it's all good. And then Summer League is, again, like its own beast. It's like you have 10 fouls, you can just hound, foul, and hack, and they're not going to call anything. And these guys are also playing for jobs. So there's and again, Summer League is like everyone's watching. So guys are fighting for their livelihood, and all definitely different basketball.
Was there any one moment that you're most proud of, having learned something from your time in the NBL or overcome? Because just going back and understanding your journey and seeing every time it looked like, okay, this is the Taran we get to see in the NBL. There was an injury or a hiccup with the team-wise, which made it a struggle. But you found a way to persevere, to show everybody what you're capable of, and clearly it came through the other side.
Yeah. I think like it's important to have a level of personal resilience. You can't put too much pressure on individual moments. Like, thinking like this opportunity is going to be it. Obviously, you want to make the most of everything, but I feel like if you're putting all your chips in all the time and you have this mentality of like, oh, it's got to work, then you're actually not going to be able to perform at the level you need to perform. So I think you need to be able to take a level of calm and understanding that, you might play well, you might be bad, but you're going to stay level-headed regardless. And I think that's something I really got better at, especially over last season. I felt like 1 or 2 bad games didn't turn into 3, 4, 5. It's like I was able to snap out of it and find my flow again. So I felt like that's really, really helped and prepared me.
Well, we've loved seeing it, and I go, this is just the start of a very, very exciting journey here in the United States. And before I let you go, it's a fun time here right now in Summer League because you get to spend it with a lot of other Aussies.
Yeah.
Alex Higgins-Titcher, your old teammate, but Alex Tui as well, joining the Warriors. Does it give you a home away from home feel?
Definitely. It's just, you can have some banter that you can't, otherwise have. And, there's times where it's just us 3 on the bus talking, and I feel like no one else around us knows what's going on, and we're just, chatting a little bit. And that's really fun. You need that a little bit. There's another staff member who's Aussie before, the 2 Alexes were able to come in, and he's been great. I've been loving hanging out with him as well. So it's always good to have, people where you come from around, and, it's been really fun.
Any similarities in the lifestyle between the Bay and Cairns? Different type of heat.
Different type of heat. Both stadiums are on the water. I guess that's about
that.
it.
We'll take that. That'll do.
That's about it.
Man, it's great to see you. Good luck for the rest of this week, and then good luck for the next year and beyond.
I appreciate it. Thank you.